Hello. Today I am going to be talking to you about implementing some plans to make drinking water in New Mexico safer. My name is Joni Love and I am from the Eco Water Systems team. Overall, water quality in New Mexico is relatively good because most of the water comes from community water systems. Community water systems are regulated by the Environmental Protection Agency through the Safe Water Drinking Act. However, some New Mexicans are facing poor water quality. This is because they have private wells. 20% of the population in New Mexico relies on private wells. Poor water quality in New Mexico is due to the private wells not being tested. We are seeing the most contaminants in water in areas such as Glorieta, Espanola, and West Mesa. Drinking contaminated water is basically like drinking poison. The water may contain radioactive elements such as arsenic, seen in Figure 1, and uranium, seen in Figure 2. They're commonly found in New Mexico based on our geographical location. However, these contaminants may cause cancer, birth defects, and other health issues if not removed from drinking water. Water may also contain bacteria and viruses, such as E. coli, seen in Figure 3, and the virus, seen in Figure 4. If the water is not cleaned of these contaminants, they could cause people to become very sick. Water may also contain nitrates if the well is not properly maintained. Our plan is to lobby to Congress to require testing for all private wells in New Mexico, especially the Albuquerque area that we call home. We'd also like to petition for the Safe Water Drinking Act to be expanded to cover private wells so that they would be under restrictions set by the EPA. We would also like to schedule more well testing fairs, which is where people can take a sample of their water to be tested for free to see what contaminants are in their water. The first part of the plan is to distribute information on well testing. We need to advertise lab testing and the well testing fairs. The New Mexico Department of Health sets these guidelines for well testing. After the initial test, every year you should test for bacteria and nitrates, while every 3 to 5 years you should test for chemicals, such as the arsenic and uranium we saw a few slides before. We would like to distribute information on the free well testing fairs that are put on by labs across the state. We at Eco Water Systems offer many water improvement systems that you may use to treat the water in your home if it contains contaminants. We have filtration systems, distillation systems, disinfectants, and reversed osmosis. These systems can either be point of use or point of entry, as seen in Figure 6. A point of use system is underneath water sources that you use immediately, such as under your kitchen sink. A point of entry filtration system may be put on your well or where water enters your home. In Figure 5, you can see one of the most popular systems, which is a reverse osmosis filter system. The reverse osmosis filter system can remove 93 to 97% of arsenic contaminants, as well as 90 to 95% of nitrates in the water. For every proposal, there are benefits and costs. The costs for this proposal are an increased number of well testing fairs, which also means an increase in funding. We would need funding for more labs, for the wages of the employees, for transportation, and for advertising. We also need to take into consideration the costs of lobbying to Congress for the Safe Water Drinking Act. We would like to see federal funding for systems, meaning a stipend for water treatment systems to help low-income families. It's also going to be very costly to require well testing. However, the benefits strongly outweigh the costs because if we initiate more well testing, we will have improved health for all New Mexico residents. This means that there will be lower risks of health problems in our residents, such as low birth weight, birth defects, cancer, and liver and kidney damage. For budgeting for this project, I am estimating that it will be approximately $10,000 to lobby for the improvements in the Safe Water Drinking Act. I'm also looking at between $5,000 and $10,000 of funding for advertisement and approximately $5,000 for the funding of well testing fairs. Since the main community drinking water systems are well maintained by the regulations of the EPA, we should regulate private wells as well in order to give more New Mexican residents better drinking water. Federal and state funding of testing and treatment leads to improved health for all New Mexican residents, giving us a brighter future. Thank you for your time.